Hello, welcome to Monday Night Live 120. I think we're up to 120. Tonight we're going to have a big chat. We're going to answer your questions. We've got some prizes to give away. We've got the last of the 2020 Carrara Nugget Hunt bottles to give away. So we're going to have a huge night tonight. So let's get straight into it. Welcome guys, lots of people here, good to see you here. Again, big disorganised night. We're going to show you some gold, we're going to have a little bit of fun, we're going to answer your questions. So, if you would like to have your questions answered, just put them in the group, in the chat box. All you need to do to win the prizes tonight is to just really make a comment. If you're new here, make a comment, say g'day. That's all you need to do, and you go into the prize draw to win our Nugget Hunt bottles. So I forgot to put my phone on silent, so yes, that's my wife texting me. So welcome all. Questions, we got some cool gold nuggets to show you. We'll tell you the story, but I'll just hold. This is a beauty, this one. Look at that fella. Hey, look at that. Hey, that's a nice little specie there. We'll talk about that fella in just a minute. It's really hard to really get a good shot of it, but we will get a good shot of it under my little contraption here. So we'll have a look at that in a bit later. Got some other gold here to show you. Yeah. Yes, so, right, so, we've got questions already. Young Guns in the house. Paul, Rodney, Willett. Great page, that Rock Wallaby page. Yes, so, can I buy, Lynn, can you buy one of those bottles? You can't. I've got 2 left, and I've already said that I'm going to give them away. So, sorry, Lynn. So, that's the only 2 I've got left. We've given away, I don't know, 30 of these so far. So, but yeah, they're the only ones we've got left. So, yeah. So, right. So, been out to the lease on the weekend. Had training. Was damp, is how I would describe it. Very, very damp. Basically gumboots all weekend, which was not the world's greatest thing, but yeah, lots of fun was had. We had to reschedule a few people to another weekend because it was so just to give you an idea, our ground out there is very, very clayey. So we got a 13-ton excavator, 13 and 14-ton excavator sort of thing. You go, I tried to clear a bit of ground for some people, reached out with a bucket, tried to pull it back, and the excavator slid across the clay. So it was not ideal. So, yes. Right, so we've got questions already. Let's get into a few of these questions. Specific gravity testers. We are looking for a specific gravity tester. I've been out the lease, so I haven't quite had a chance to look at them in detail. But Natalie was on that, but I haven't chased up how she's gone with that little job. So we are going to get a proper one. I've seen some really, really cool ones, and it's just a matter of getting the right one. But we will. So for instance, I did probably need to put a disclaimer on that post, right? So, and I didn't, because I'm probably fairly slack. See that nugget there? That's got quartz and ironstone on it. You can't really tell the specific gravity of that because you've got 3 items in it. So, yes. So that's where we're at there. So, Right, so metal detecting country New South Wales. Mark Richards in the house. David from Bowen. So lots of new ones here. Now, next week, Kylie asked the question. Cheap metal detector that looks for gold, right? So next week, we're getting into the schedule thing. I'm going to do next week a beginner's guide to starting out, whether that be prospecting, detecting, beach detecting. I'm going to give a beginner's guide. So I'm going to go through everything, tell you my picks for price points. Yeah, so next week is a beginner's guide. So look forward to that. If you're just a beginner, look forward to that. If you're an experienced old hand, you'll have your opinions, but feel free to come along and enjoy the giggles. So enjoy the giggles. Okay, let me. What angle and water flow should I run my new 10-inch sluice from? Well, depends on which sluice. I believe it was a Dream Mat one. Start at 9 degrees. Watch your cells. Watch the cells in your Dream Mat. You want the cells full, but not much other material on the mat. So yes. So Leanne's here from Charters Towers. Good gold country in Charters Towers. So welcome. Right. So yes, the coat hanger and the cable ties on my specific gravity test worked. It didn't look quite professional. I didn't care. I got the result. So, right, do you want to have a look at this bit of gold? Let's have a look at this bit of gold, eh? Let's shrink me up here and see what we can look at. So, this is wicked. Now, I'm going to lean over here and probably not look at you a lot because I want to reposition this nugget a little bit and I've got to play with the focus. So, this is a quartz, ironstone and gold specimen. It is a cool nugget. I'm going to turn it over because I want you to have a look at the colour in this ironstone. Right, let me see if I can focus this here a little bit more. It's very hard because it's not flat, of course, but look at the colours in that. I know only part of it is part of it's in focus, but it is a sensation when you put it under the little USB microscope we've got here. The colours in it are just incredible. Let's see if we look at that ironstone, that red and black ironstone. So there's actually a lot to be learnt from a nugget like this, because that's why it's a fiddly fella. But look at that quartz embedded in the ironstone with the gold peeking through it. So yes, so yeah, that's just such a beautiful piece of gold. So this piece of gold will be for sale. Found in Jurakai, actually. Let's do this so you can actually see the thing. Found in Jurakai State Forest, right, by a undisclosed prospector, right. It's about 48 grams. I haven't worked out how much it's for sale for. We may even auction it. So it's 48 grams total weight. I can't really do a specific gravity test on it because there's too many different variables in it. I think it's got to have 25 or 30 grams in it. It is quite heavy. So yeah, it will be for sale. But this is a beautiful specimen nugget. I don't really want it crushed or sold at gold value, so I'm actually going to probably get a little box for it and do something really nice with that. So, right. So, Victorians. Any Victorians in the house? Any Victorians in the house? This is not the prize for tonight, Brian. The prize for tonight are bottles, but this is not the prize for tonight, mate. I hate to tell you. So, yeah. So, any Victorians in the house? So, Victorian, 8th of November. If you behave, well, So 8th of November you can go prospecting again. You can go more than 25 Ks. Well done, Victoria. There is a little caveat to that, and that is if the numbers keep going down. So yes. So congratulations, guys. It's been the longest haul. You've experienced more lockdown than anywhere else in the world, I think. Maybe somewhere in the upper reaches of China gets locked down more. Or if you did something wrong in China, right, and you get thrown into a jail in China, you might have more lockdown than Victoria. So you've done well to get through it. It's very exciting times for Victoria. So well done. So yeah. So that's right. No, it is only Melbourne. So regional Victoria's out and about a little bit more. So yeah. Right. Yes. Right. Okay. So let's scroll up here and see if we can find a few more questions. Now, I haven't got any questions here. Chunky chunk face nugget. Is that what we're calling it? Chunky face nugget? It's a slug, don't worry about it. Yeah. So I may even auction this. I don't know yet. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I may even put it up for auction and see what happens. Start at spot and see if anyone wants it. So, yeah. So, yeah. So, righto, get some questions up, and we'll get another few bits here. Let's throw some more gold at this microscope. Isn't that a nice noise? These are a bit flatter, these fellas. Oh, they don't take up the whole thing. Oh, here we go. No, focusing the wrong way. Here we go. There we go. Completely different nugget, that fella. So is this fella, if I can get it back across. So, there are a couple of North Queensland jobs. Those couple. So, North Queensland. So, Rod Styles is here. Lynn's here. Alan James. No Golden Victoria. James, I think you might be trying to persuade someone not to visit. So Dennis has reception issues. Now, Dennis, probably because I try and put out I tend to put it out at a higher level, the word escapes me, resolution than what the other guys do. So my suggestion, if you've got low reception or poor reception, is to wait. Your show should start at like 10 minutes after, then go back to the beginning, because then it will have caught up, sort of thing. So, yeah. So, righto. So, let's have some questions going. What's your favourite VLF for hunting gold? Aaron. It's a hard question, right? It's a hard question. My instant reaction is Gold Bug 2, because I like it. It's manual. There's no screen, because I think screens confuse people. I like it. VLF, yes, I like it. Gold Monster is outstanding. ORX is a very good machine. I like the Gold Bug. I do like the Gold Bug. I was playing with it the other day. But I would get rid of all of them for an SDC. It's as simple as that. If you can get to an SDC, there's a bit with a bit of red on it. If I can get it to sit. There we go. There's a red bit there. Let's see if I can focus that a little bit better. yeah, so that's yeah. How long are your gem bags? Gem bags are less than 2 weeks away. So less than 2 weeks ago. I know that for a fact because I have an appointment with a kindergarten where my young bloke's kindergarten, he shows them pictures and videos. Well, he doesn't. Annette sends him pictures and videos in of what we're doing out in the bush. So the kindergarten people, the pre-prep, whatever they call it, have asked me to come in and do a little bit. So we're going to do some gemstone bags. We're going to do a little bit of get the kids panning. I don't know how I'm going to go with 20 to 5-year-olds trying to four and 5-year-olds trying to pan some gold, but it might be just a standard day out in the lease. So yeah. Right. What's Jared, I think it was. What's the first thing I look for when I go out prospecting in the lease? When I go out prospecting? Old timers holes. I'm always looking for old timer holes. Yeah. So, yes. Nugget finder coils for the Z. I don't think they're too far away. Whether that is 2 weeks or 2 months, I don't know. There's no set date yet, but I don't think they're far away. I would think more to the lower end of that little mark I gave you. But we will wait and see. The moment I get notification when it's coming, I'll do a live. Okay. Now, someone said something about Andrew Bales. We're going to try and... So the next 3 or 4 weeks, I think I've got it here. Let me find the other mouse. The next 3 or 4 weeks... well, actually, between now and Christmas, we're going to have a more reliable show like we used to. We'll pick a topic. So, for instance, on the 5th of November, the Monday the 5th, we'll do a show on the Eureka Stockade. That coincides with the date of the Eureka Stockade. So, we'll do the Eureka Stockade. Yeah, so next week will be the beginners thing, where to get started. So we'll do that. And then we'll do beginners. Then we might try and get Balesy on. We'll see how it goes. We've got retro round coming up. And then we've got some Christmas stuff happening. So I've got a bit of a plan for the next few shows. I've been slack. So we'll get a bit of structure about the place. Yeah. So, so there was a question there about what's the... I'm out of focus now because I've been focusing on flat pieces. So, that's a horrible example. Let me turn it over. This is where the cool stuff is. So, let's get onto this red and black here. So, a lot of people think that the black sands. So I would suggest that I'm no expert. Don't get me wrong on what specific minerals are, but I would say that black sand there is some sort of magnetite or rhyolite, and then ironstone is the red stuff. So I would expect that's the case. Yeah. So. Yeah. Yeah. So going out to Warwick with an Equinox, what's your chances? Equinox will find you gold. You have to set it up right though. Take a test nugget with you. Get it on get it on that highly mineralized ground, and get those settings right. If you've bought a machine off us, you'll have no trouble because you will have the pro tips. If you have the pro tips sheet telling you how to run it. We do a good video on our YouTube channel, which is sort of that's where I normally point up there with how to run your knocks out in the goldfield. So yeah, right. Yes. So right. The lease, we didn't find, there was very little gold found on the lease on the weekend. Very, very little, because it was just slop. Slop, slop, slop. So, yeah. Right, so. Let me just go scroll down here. Let me just fix this. Yeah, there's been some great rain at Warwick. Rodney's updating me there. Phenomenal rain. I reckon we had 30 mils over the weekend. Yeah, so we don't sell clay claws. AT Pro Max is fine for gold prospecting, yes. Yep. Da-da-da. Right, so we're just looking at it now. Which piece? So Nikki's asking where did this piece come from. This came from Warwick. Right? This became out of the flogged, everyone says it's flogged, GPA in Warwick. Right? Let me get it under the microscope here again. This is from Warwick, right? Everyone says, oh, there's no gold at Warwick. It's all flogged. It's gone 150 years ago. Right? You know what I say to that? That. Look at that. So, don't tell me. Don't tell me that there's gold. There's no gold out there. Don't tell me. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Because that, yeah. Right, David, never got a tip sheet. Just contact me, mate. I'll do it. I'll send you one. Ray, what's your opinion on the best coil for 4500? I love 12-inch Evo. 12-inch Evolution, 14x9 Evo, 15 Evo. Can't go too far wrong. Some good Coil Tech coils out there too. But yeah, so yeah. So okay, here's a good question, Matty. How does the sluice handle the clay out at the lease? When the material's dry, right? When you're feeding the material dry, the clay tends to break up a lot better. When you try and feed that slop into the thingo, it just sticks to everything. The clay doesn't break up. It sort of goes thunk, creates a clay ball, rolls out, doesn't break up. So we try and feed dry. So for instance, I did a little run that I'll show you in a minute up there on the weekend. And what I actually did is I got the excavator on a stockpile I had up there. I took the sides off the stockpile, dry material underneath, out we go. So that's the good. So Donnie Pascoe is in the house. The Don is in the house. Yes, Donnie. I was talking to Donnie this afternoon. Yeah. How deep was this fella? This big one, right? It was only from memory about 50 centimeters, something like that, 40, 50 centimeters. So, yeah, it's, well within the reach of a lot of machines. So, yeah, Warwick's all flogged out. Most goldfields are flogged out. That's what most people tell them. So, yeah, so, what are we talking about? Viewers here, 200 and something. That's not the most we've ever had, 250. We've been over 500-600 at times. So, oh, Brian, 50 mil in the gem fields. Well done. That's awesome. Yeah. So, yeah. So, can I do a sluice review this 1 week? Yeah, I can. I like talking about sluices. I am a bit biased to Garrett, but what do you do? It's good gear. So, yeah. What colour was the pick that dug that nugget? Metal. Metal. So, yeah. So let's turn this over. Let's get another view of it. It's sort of, let's get this red and black here. I actually don't mind having it sitting there. It is a very nice nugget. So, yeah. Let me, a bit of quartz there, a bit of dirty quartz wedged in the middle of it. So there we go. Luke Johns, he should have got a tip sheet for a monster, mate. Every machine that leaves this place should have a tip sheet with it. If you didn't get a tip sheet, yeah, you should get a tip sheet. In fact, if you send me a text on this number right here, that number up there, if you send me a text on that phone, right now, saying I didn't get a tip sheet for this, I will take a photo of the tip sheet and send it to you straight away. Well, not straight away, but I will send it to you in the next 24 hours or so. Right. I was wondering about, okay, Mel. I was wondering about using other battery options for my GP300 instead of the original one with the dome top. Now, yes, you've got to be careful, mate. You've got to be careful. You need the right voltage, right? You've got to be very, very careful. But those batteries, those dome top batteries, right? You can get the dome tops from someone down in Victoria, and then it's just a standard battery, I think. So you could go different options. Yeah. But yes, so yeah, Vogus has been doing some. Who's that? Who said that? David Letterberg. David. Yeah, Chris from Vogus has been doing some good stuff at the moment. He's got one of the Badia pans down there. So, yeah, guys, I can hear the phone, people texting me about cheat sheets. If you didn't get one, just text me, and I will sort it for you. I will text it to you. Yeah, he's been doing some stuff with Batia bowls. Really, really cool stuff there. Guys, anything current, Mine Lab, Equinox, any of those accessories, if I haven't got them, I can get them very quickly for you. So, yeah, anything you need, yeah. So, right. Was a Sunbaker. No, it was a, this nugget was only found, you know, it was a GPX machine, right? I'd be surprised, like, I think some VLFs would hear that. Let's not forget it was only 45 sort of thing. So it wasn't 800 down. Like, it was in the range. Yeah, it was in the range, right? Most machines would hear that. So, well, a lot of machines would hear that. Maybe not most, but a lot of machines would hear that. So, David Lawrence, is there a tip sheet for the Sea Hunter? No, but it's on a list of tip sheets to do. So, yes. So, yeah, just text us with the tip sheets. We'll just take photos of them and just send them to you. No problems at all. Now, normally the tip sheets go for people that buy a machine office, but if you're really nice and ask nicely, I'll send you a tip sheet. No problem at all. So, yeah. So, yeah. Right. Yes. Ring that number. Ring that number. If you want a tip sheet, don't ring it. Just text that number. I'll send it to you, right? No point putting it on the comments, guys. I can't text you from the comments. Ring that number. Text that number, I should say. Right. Would the Knox have heard it? Oh, be touch and go. You'd have to be on your game. That's the problem, right? It's not the machines, right? It's like you get a very good operator, right? You get a very good operator with a gold monster, for instance, it'd hear it, you know. So, but it's operator. It's not machine. It's operator. So, but it would be touch and go for most VLF machines. So you'd need to be an operator, to a real good operator. Yeah. So, yeah. Righto. Has anyone got any questions? What's going on here? Right. Let's not forget tonight's prizes. All you need to do is make a comment. If you're new here, right, make a comment. So, happy days. Okay. Yes. Is a Minelab Sterling worth trying to get fixed? Yes. But don't spend too much coin on it, because performance-wise, you will probably not get much. Yeah. There's better machines out there. So, yeah. Right, the daylight helpline's too hard to read. Right, that's excellent news. Daylight helpline. Look, let me see. Let me just... oh God, this could go bad. This could go really bad. This could go terrible, actually. So, let's just do this, right? Oh, 4, 7, 6, 2, 8, 1, 7, 6, 0. Oh, now look, okay, here we go. We need, oh no, what have I done? We need to shrink it a little bit. Here we go. Daylight helpline. That better, guys? There we go. Daylight helpline. So that's all we need to worry about now. We'll just leave it alone. There you go. Entry level detectors. We're going to do entry level next week, right? So entry level next Monday night. We're going to how to get into this game, what to buy, what you need. Don't spend this money. Spend this money. That sort of thing, right? When's Halloween? Halloween specials. Sam, when's Halloween? People are asking about Halloween. Yes. So, oh, there's a good question. Jim, let's go back and have a look at these gold nuggets, hey? Let's go and tell a story. Jim asks a good question. I'm going to have to be a bit cunning. Well, not cunning, but I'm going to have to show you different nuggets. So, let's flick this in. Right. See the colour of that. Now, I'm going to muck this up, I guarantee to you. Excuse me ignoring you. But, so, let me just get a bit in there. Not that bit. Let's get that bit there. Right. So, and then this bit maybe. So, right, let's have a look at those two. There's a lot of gold here. Okay, so let me just get my pen and clear the deck here. So, we're just looking at that piece and this piece. Unprepared here. So, there you go. There's two pieces of gold that are now out of focus because I mucked with them. That are from two different sources. Right? Two completely different sources. The one at the top, right, over in the corner there, that's from the lease. Very high silver content, okay? 87, 86% silver. So, right, so 86% silver, right? The one down the bottom here has actually got a little bit more iron in it, a little bit more copper in it. It's actually a higher gold purity. It's actually about, I would expect it to be about 95% gold, but slightly different colour. Now, gold comes in a stack of different flavours, right? What the beauty, from what I understand, I only got this from a jeweller the other day, that gold on my lease, right, that 86, and we do get some that are a different purity. We get water-worn ones that are very, very pure, but the rough stuff is actually 22 karat gold, or pretty much close to 22 karat gold, and it's probably pretty close to the right mix to make jewelry from. So if you wanted to make real jewelry, okay, straight from a piece of gold, the gold on the lease is very, very good for that. So it's pretty close to it. Whereas that bit of gold there, because it's like 95% gold, it would be too soft as a jewelry piece. The gold would be too soft. So, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. So that's basically what it is. So, really, with the gold on the lease, I've been threatening to make the missus a ring for ages. So we can melt that down, just pour it into a ring mold, and we're at about 21, 22 carats. So, yeah, happy days. I am going to do a video on that, a whole process of that video of how I do that. I'm going to have a crack at a ring, and just see how the hell, how to do that. So, yeah, that phone is been going off sort of thing. So, Halloween. When is Halloween? Did someone tell me when Halloween is? But 31st. 31st. So what we'll do is next week for the beginners week, I'll put some of the beginners stuff on special, hey? And we'll do a bit of a post Halloween, because next week will be what's next week's date? Next Monday will be the 2nd. So we'll do a post Halloween sale next Monday night. It'll be a blast sale like we normally do. Only go for a few hours while the show's on, or 12 hours, something like that. Yeah, so we'll do that, eh? So, yeah. I haven't, Luke says if I have pan silver. No, I haven't pan silver from the lease. We thought we saw a bit of tin the other day, but I don't think it was. But yeah. Right, so I have a little picker that seems to be green. What could that be? Kingsley asks if he's got a picker that's got a bit of green in it. So there's three things that pop into mind: copper ore oxidizing, greenstone, which is really sort of, depending on who you talk to, a like a mudstony sort of thing. Well, there is the mudstone one, and then there is like a quartzy, greeny quartzy one. Or it could be a stone, right? So, yeah. So there's a few options there. You'd have to have a look at it. Microscope. These little USB microscopes are a quality bit of gear. You can see the size of my finger in there. So, but yeah. So, but yeah. Right. So after the show, I'll put the link. There's a lot of people asking to see the specific gravity thing. I'll put the link up. Actually, if someone is kicking around that can go and find the link on the specific gravity thing, that would be good. So beginners special. So I'm going to discount some stuff We're going to talk about it. So, yes. So, guys, just a reminder. Show tonight. Right? Grow Nugget Hunt bottles. Okay? All you need to do is... These are the last ones. Right? The last ones. All you need to do is put your... What's it? Make a comment. And we'll randomly draw the comments out after the show. So, yeah. That's what's happening. So, right. What's the difference in carrots? What? Peter Austin, what's the difference in carrots? I'm not sure. If you're talking pinpointers, well, that's a big subject, that one. So, yeah. Okay. So, Brad Chandler. Does fine gold in a river, a millimetre or so, that's not necessarily that fine. Let's see, some of that gold you're seeing, like that bit there, would be lucky to be, it's a pretty good microscope. That would lucky to be, I think you'd fit 4 of them in a millimetre. Like, that's a very, very small piece of gold. Right, that's what I consider small pieces of gold, right? So if you're seeing millimetre size pieces in your pan, right, I would suspect that that's not fine. It's not coarse, but it's not fine either. So yes, I would be concentrating on that area or working and testing up the stream to see where the concentration is. Now, that run of gold can come out of the screen, up onto the bank and back into the stream. So you've got to have a play with it and test. Yes. Do I sell the microscopes? No. This is a... Here. Look. Oh, well, hang on. Let me turn this off first. Let's go back here first. See if I got enough link. This wasn't a very dear thing. Like it's a... That's my little microscope. I've had it for... ages. It's just a USB thing, a few lights underneath it, bang it on top. That's a focus thing. So yeah, she said, yeah, I enjoy playing with it. So, well, not playing with it, but it's good to actually look at your gold and see what's going on. There's a lot of stories to be told about looking at gold nuggets, about what's going on in the ground. So we've probably we didn't get too far away, but you can. Like you look at it, hang on, let me just get this organised again. So if we were to, let's just tip that stuff up that way. Try not to lose any of it is the trick. But if we were to throw that fella in, right, even that just there is telling a story about where that gold came from and the sort of area that you're looking for to go and find another bit the same. So, Nikki Bailey, you're a champion. Thank you for putting the link up to the... I got in trouble for saying jury-rigged the other day. Jury-rigged specific gravity test. That's that Facebook link that Nikki's put up. Thank you very much, Nikki. Much appreciated. So, yes. Random water bottle comment. Love it, Shane. Love it. So, have I seen the movie Charlie and Boots? Yes, I like Charlie and Boots. Love it. So, yeah. Right. Let me just... Craig Jenkins, thanks for putting that up, mate. You're a superstar. Love your work. That's the link. Craig's put the link up on there. So is Adrian's. Adrian's gone the YouTube version. So, look, everyone's helping out. Yes, so thanks very much, guys. I really appreciate this group. You guys rock and roll. So, yes. Right, now let me just get down here. Let me just see if I got some more questions here. Yeah, so James put a link up to that, to USB microscope. Andrew Charles, can larger size nuggets be found in streams? Yes, they can. Or more so in the ground, metal detecting. The reason that there's two reasons that larger gold is in the ground, more metal detecting. One is that's where it comes from, the reef shedding, right? The other reason is the creeks and rivers move, and we're not talking over the last 50 years. We're talking about over the last 4 million years. The creeks and rivers move, so they leave a deposit, alluvial deposit. So there's a lot more alluvial deposit, deep leads, right, than what there is rivers now. So you find more big gold up on the, you find more gold up on the away from the creeks. So, yeah. Thank you. Don't forget, if you want a cheat sheet, the girls will love it if you send me a text to the Daylight Helpline, which I've got up here twice, so it's easy to read. So yeah, send a text to that number and we'll get you the cheat sheets. If you never got a cheat sheet, we'll get one out. And because you guys are amazing, we'll get a cheat sheet out to anyone who sends me a text message, says g'day and asks nicely. So, yeah. Yes, so. So, okay. When I was talking, obviously, I was talking the other there before about carrots, okay? So, if we talk about carrots, right? Let me just get over here. You can come with me, okay? No, actually, we'll go back here so I can watch the comments. So, the carrots, like 24 carat, 22 carat, 18 carat gold, that we're talking about gold here, is just gold. So 24 carat is pure gold, okay? 100% gold. When you go to 22 carat, they've just added stuff to the gold. When you go 18 carat, added more stuff to the gold, all the way down to 9 carat, where they added a lot of stuff. Well, it's about half, I think, 9 carat. So the gold from the lease. So I don't know whether you ever had 24 karat gold jewelry. It tends to be too soft, okay? And like, so for instance, my father had a signet ring. I've got one too, with the family crest on it. It was 24 or 22 carat, and it was very, very soft. It wore away very quickly, and yeah, so it was too soft as a jewelry piece. 22 carat is probably the highest gold content for jewelry. So yeah, so that's how the carats work. So mine, I believe, is about 21 or 22 carats. So it's just percentage of gold, 85, 86%, around that sort of mark tends to be around that 22, 21 carat. So yes, Ben Long, we are going to do a geology show. It's my fault. Andrew Bales is going to come on and we're going to do a full geology thing, right? However, I've been slack because I haven't worked out how to work that thing and get two people on without crashing it. So, yeah. Chunky Chunk Face. We want to see Chunky Chunk Face again, do we? There's Chunky Chunk Face. The Warwick Nug. So, thank you for the stars, guys. So, yeah. So, do you take the kids detecting and panning? Yes. Finn loves coming out to Warwick with me on the lease. Most of all, he loves the excavator. So I think he's going to be my excavator driver in the next couple of years. Stick him in an excavator. Let him feed the plant or something, you know. He is only 4.5 at the moment, so we've got to give him, you know, another 12 months or so before he's actually good at it, sort of thing. So, yes, so, yeah. Yes. Thank you, guys. Orange things go in the garden. Yeah, you don't need cheat sheets. So, yeah. Oh, guys, I'm not a big fan of the stars. I've got to work out how to turn them off. So, yeah, I don't. Yeah. I mean, thank you. I appreciate it. But, yeah, I'm not a big fan of the stars. So, yeah, I've got to figure it out a way. Again, it's one of those things that's my fault. I haven't looked at it. So, I really appreciate it. But, yeah. So, yeah, I've just got to work out how to turn it off. So, yes. Yeah, Nikki, yes. You've been very nice to me tonight. You did have Andrew Bales first. So, there we go. Sorry, wrong button there. But, I'll do it better, eh, Nick? Why don't we do that, eh? So, yeah, you did have him first, but I'm going to do it better. So, yeah. So, when I actually, let's talk about that. When I first started this show, do you know how many live, gold, and prospecting and detecting shows there was? 1. Now there seems like there is about 47,000, which is great. I don't think there was one in the States. There may have been a radio show in the States, Radio Relics, I think, and they were just an audio only. So, it's pretty cool that everyone's having a crack at it now. So, yeah. So, right. Right, so yes. Actually, you know what? I'll send the stars because I think I can see. Oh, I'll have to have a look at it. I'll send the stars, whatever the stars come out at. I don't know. I'll send that over. Well, if I get paid from them, I haven't worked out. Like, I haven't set it up, so I hope Facebook isn't getting them. I'll have to go and have a look at that. But I'll send it over to the Breast Cancer Foundation, the same people we're doing with the pink picks. So, yes. So, pink picks. So, if anyone who has just been new on the show, right? Oh, here we go. Pink picks, right? Bruck's Prospector pick in pink, right? Which you can't see there. No one can see it there, which is ridiculous. I don't think anyone can see it. No one can see it there. So there's the pink pick, right? All the proceeds go to, all the profits that Gold Diggers makes goes to the Breast Cancer Foundation. So if you want a pink pick, go and search on the website, call it pink pick. Everyone who prospects should have a pink pick, right? That's my bit of a goal now. There's a few people auctioning them. We're not going to do an auction tonight, no. I believe Nardia has sorted all that out in the last week while I've been away. But, those pink picks are all the profits to charity, all the Gold Digger stuff to charity. So if you're looking for a pick, get a pink one. Send it off to the Breast Cancer Foundation. So the pink pick is awesome. So, so I'm going to, every night I'm going to mention that pink pick. So we'll, So it's just a little opportunity to give back and do a bit. Pink picks, like, they've been selling like hotcakes. So, it's really, really good to see that the coin goes off to the breast cancer. So, well, who's that? Doug Marsden. Proper prospectors prefer pink picks. There you go. There's the tagline. Proper prospectors prefer pink picks. It's very hard to say, right? But it's the 5 P's. 5 P's. 5 P's. 5 P's. Proper prospectors prefer pink picks. That's right. So, yeah. I want to hear people say that. People are saying, say that 5 times. I want you to say that 5 times when you've had a couple of beers. I reckon that that's good. So, yeah. Yeah. So, yes. Hot pink hot cakes. What? I'm not a pheasant plucker. No. Sam, too much. I have enough trouble with your name, Sam, without you trying to muck me up with the with this pheasant plucker. So, yeah. So, right, guys. She's getting on a bit. It's 9:30 New South Wales time, 8:30 Queensland time, and also 9:30 in the state that's just about to be released from its imposed jail-like existence, Victoria. So happy about the Victorians the Melbourneites getting out. So, yeah, I'm not pronouncing your name, Sam. You're Sam Z. I hate to tell you this, but yeah. So last minute or so to go into the draw to win these cool bottles. So, what's the Pink Pick website? The Pink Pick website is Gold Diggers. You go onto Gold Diggers and you can put in the search bar Pink Pick and it will come up. So, Peter, what's your question? What about my question? Well, I'm sorry, I get 1,000 comments in an hour. It's very hard to see every single question. So if you ask the question again, I might spot it before we get going, Peter. So, pinky purple. Already got the pink bottle. So we're going to close this off when this clock here turns to 8:30. It's just 9:30, 8:30. I do not have coffee mugs, Luke. So you got last minute to put your last couple of seconds to put this in. Right, it's gone now. Gone now. Right, let's draw this. Right, the steam-driven, random, common comment picker. Right, so first one goes to Bobby Taylor. Congratulations, Bobby Taylor. You won a bottle. Congratulations, mate. I'll contact you straight after the show. Then we've got, I've just picked Bobby because the other one's pink. Or we might, whoever gets this next one's got a pink one. So let's run it again. Right. Oh, and it worked. Sharon Lord. Right? From Victoria. Congratulations. I will contact you straight after the show too. So, yes. So, coffee mugs in tomorrow apparently. Mick, I can do a cleaning coins episode. Now, Peter, I'm trying to see if you've asked that question again. I can't see that question, Peter. So we may have to. Yeah, I'm so far behind. You could have asked it again now, just after that draw. Righto. I'll go back and see if I can find your question, Peter. Righto. Thanks very much, guys. Giant show next week. Beginners show. I'll go through from a beginner's point of view. We'll give some discounts. We'll give some stuff away, right? Like we're going to give a stack of prizes. So make sure you join us next week, 7:30 Queensland time, 8:30 New South Wales, 8:30 Victoria. And other times around the world and around the country, we will be on here. So thanks very much, guys. Have a lovely week. Hope you get a bit of yellow. Hope you find a nice little bit of coins on the beach, bit of jewellery, and you stay safe. Thanks, guys.